Hello my friends and welcome. My name is Dennis and here is the latest update from Ukraine, 25th of April 2022. I'm currently in Ukraine, by the way, and here we have everything that is happening on the eastern part. As usual, we have Russian forces that are very offensive, and they are offending from the north to the south. I can see that they're really in progress of offensive on our land, and they want to reach Kramatorsk city and Slavyansk. They want to circle our army here, and they also were offensive on the eastern part. Today they captured Novotashkivsky village and here as well. If we see the time code for 2 days ago, it was like that. Actually, it was like that yesterday, and today we have this deep offensive line extension. I don't like it, my friends. I wonder what can we do in this situation, because the Izum is kind of strategic city. They captured it, they were able to capture it. Now they're offending from this city to the south, and today they also broke up from north part of the Gorlivka. Actually, it was yesterday. Yeah, they went to Novobakhmutivka. They captured that village, and they want to capture this road on the way to Slavyansk and Kramatorsk. They want those cities to surrender, and they want our troops to surrender. But even if they would be successful, I hope our troops will understand and leave positions if it's the risk for the lives of our soldiers. But we can accumulate our forces somewhere here, as I said to you before, near to Pavlograd line. So it's a second defense line we have, and in a while, like in 1 month or something, we can recapture the cities. Then we'll have all these weapons that are promised by our Western allies. So we're really in lack of that. Heavy weapons, guns and armored vehicles, tanks. We're in lack of aviation. That is why it's quite hard for our forces to keep in defense just right now. About the news from Russia, well, just yesterday their deputy of the war minister announced that they want to take this part of the land till Moldova Republic. Here we have unrecognized Pridnestrovia Republic, and Russia has the forces over there. So they want to make a huge corridor from Russia, cutting Ukraine from the Black Sea to reach Moldova here, and they want to capture the Donbass eastern part of Ukraine. So that's their goal for now, and they will keep fighting for that. And our aim is to free our land from the Russian invaders, and of course we are as united and as we never been before, and we're gonna keep fighting. About the Mariupol, it is here, and the situation there is the worst we have in Ukraine, even though Russian president announced that they're not gonna use their forces to attack this part of the city, the Azovstal factory. We have lots of civilians and lots of military guys there, but still they are continuing their attacks. We have video proofs about it, and yeah, it's the worst situation we have for Ukraine. And honestly, I don't see any way how can we send the forces to unblock this city from Russian invaders. They have lots of troops there, and the closest part is near to Zaporizhia region, and yeah, it's a long way to Mariupol, more than 120 as I see now kilometers, and it's just the fields, open vast lands, no any forest, no mountains. So easy target. Our troops could become easy targets for Russian aviation and artillery. So there is no any way for now how can we deblock the Mariupol. We need again heavy weapons, artillery that could be sent by NATO to our forces to fight against Russian troops at these kind of long distances. If we see the situation on the east as whole, like 2 weeks ago, and now you can see that Russia is kind of offending on that parts. They have some local successes, but still we don't see the major offensive, that we don't see the major battle that they are promised for Ukraine. So far we see just a local success of the Russian troops, of course, because they have the advantage in everything, in tanks, in artillery, in troops. So of course they'll have some advantage, but we are brave in defending our country, so it's more easier at this stage to defend the country rather than go to offensive against Russians, because the offensive part, as I told you, it loses as usual 3 more times troops than defending lines. So for us it's better to defend, to lose less forces and to kill more Russian troops and then go to counter-offensive action against Russians. Also today our forces were able to hit Russian fighter jet Su-35. You'll be able to see it on the video. Strangely, but it went to the flat spin. I wonder why. Maybe because it had some issues with the flight controls. I didn't see any smoke, I didn't see anything but just a falling airplane. It seems like it is in a flat spin, of course. Well, it's very rare to see the flat spin, especially in a fighter jet, so it went down and it hit the ground and exploded after all. And it claimed to be hit by Ukrainian forces. Maybe if it is in lack of some of the parts of the flight control because of the rocket explosion, probably it could be like that. I don't know whether the pilot ejected or not, and whether there were 2 pilots or just 1. Not sure, but that's the case. Actual footage from the Kharkiv. My friends, this is not Ukraine. This is actually Bryansk city in Russia, 150 kilometers away from Ukrainian border. Simultaneously, 2 of the oil storages just ignited and burst into flames. Actually, those storages within the range of the Bayraktar drone, I would say it's the maximum range for that drone, but still we have a huge fire, and eyewitnesses reported that first they heard explosion and then the fire itself. But officially our government haven't recognized that those oil reservoirs were destroyed by our forces or not. You can see 2 of the huge fires, and fire is still ongoing, even though more than 20 hours passed since the fire started. You know, the fire is quite huge, you cannot extinguish it easily. Russia sends all of the firefighting brigades from around Russia, also from Moscow, to reach the hotspot and to eliminate the fire, but still the fire continues because it's the oil. You cannot just eliminate the fire easily. And for Ukraine, I think it's good because they use that oil to refill their oil trucks. They send them to Ukraine to refill the tanks. But now, yeah, no storage, minus fuel for Russian tanks. It's good. We have bad news as well, however. So on 22nd of April we lost Antonov 26 that crashed in the Zaporizhia region. So far we don't know what happened, but one man lost his life and 2 of the crew were injured. As you can see, the airplane is totally devastated. However, the cockpit survived the hit, and probably that is why there were some of the survivors. So we don't know, but since the war ongoing, of course, one of the reasons is that this airplane probably was shot down by Russian missiles. And also not good news coming from Odessa. So that happened the day before yesterday. That building got the rocket, Russian rocket. And Russia, by the way, confirmed that they fired the rocket, but what they say, like, it was hit by the Ukrainian forces, it deviated from its trajectory and hit the building. Of course, what else can they say, you know, those killers? And this is civilian building. Families were living there, and you see what had happened. I will just show to you. So 8 people, including 3 months old baby, are killed in that attack, were killed. Not only baby lost her life in this attack in that particular family where the rocket just came to their apartment, but also baby's mother and grandmother. The only family member who survived this attack from their family was their father of the baby, who just went for that time to the grocery store to buy some products or food for the family. And yeah, I cannot imagine being this situation. And it happened just before the Easter. If you don't know, we are Ukrainians mostly are Orthodox Christians, as well as most of the Russians, by the way. And we have a huge celebration of the Easter. Just yesterday it happened, yesterday night. So this attack came just before the Easter. We have the Easter 1 week after Catholics have their Easter. So just imagine, what means to be the peaceful celebration turned to this violence and killing children, babies, 3-month-old babies. Yeah, my friends, sometimes you see this news, they are terrible, and sorry if it is disturbing for you, because we are reviewing the war, really, and people are dying here. And so we have civilians who are dying, military guys. So sometimes it's even hard for me to make this kind of news about what is happening in Ukraine. But I want to spread to the world what is happening. Yeah, I have a small channel here, but nevertheless, it's growing, and I hope you can participate. And also, if you can, you may support me, this channel, and also Ukrainian people. You can support me on Patreon, and also there's the link to PayPal. All of the links in the video description, and part of the money I spend for the charity to support our people. My friends, also you may press the like, you may write your comments. By the way, I had lots of trolls, Russian trolls and bots, comments under one of my videos. I don't know, maybe they have like the order to put their comments under particular videos. So because of their comments, the video actually exploded as for this channel. So I have many more views, but of course I do not respond on Russian bots comments. I usually delete them if I see them, if I don't like them. But if you write your comment, if it's not offensive for me, for my family, for my country, we can have some of the conversation there. My friends, I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are, and have a great time.